Good morning and welcome to this session, the fourth module of strategic brand management. This fourth module is a walkthrough, essentially because almost everything in this module you have studied about it, you have wrote exams on it. So I will just give the content of what is there in the module 4. You have brand positioning, and then you have another concept which is repositioning, and then you have co-branding, brand licensing, celebrity endorsement, and positioning guidelines. So this, as I mentioned, this module is a walkthrough. You could definitely, you will be getting one 10-mark question and one 3-mark from this. So it's just a walkthrough, right? So we will start off with positioning. What is positioning? Positioning is a conscious effort put by the company, the brand manager, and what they do is they make the product or the brand occupy a distinct place relative to its competitors in the mind of the consumer. To repeat, the brand manager makes an effort to create a distinct place relative to the competitor in the mind of the consumer. So the brand gets a very special recognition and they work towards this recognition. Now, who thought about this is in the late 60s, there are two Americans, Jack Rice and Al Rice and Jack Tot. Al Rice and Jack Tot. So they wrote a book called The Battling of Your Mind. Positioning, the battling of your mind. So this became an instinct success. The strategy became an instinct success, and advertising guru David Ogilvy in Ogilvy and Mather, which is one of the biggest advertising agencies in the world, he adapted this, and almost all the product that he advertised, he saw to it that the positioning is very, very strong. Okay, and then that's how this concept called positioning evolved and became a practice in the field of advertising and branding. So let us see what are the various types of positioning that is generally prevalent in the market. Now we have seen what is positioning, who thought about positioning, and how it is applicable in the market. Now we would see what are the various ways in which the positioning is done in the market. First is a category based positioning. What is a category based positioning? If you look at this product called Snickers, it is a chocolate. Okay, it is a bar. So the competitors are 5-star, bar 1, etc. However, this product, it is positioned in a different way. It's not positioned as a chocolate, it's positioned as a meal substitute. So if you see this ad clearly, the storyline for this ad is she's an actress and she gets very worked up. Her mood gets spoiled because the food timing is skipped. So the person gives a snicker, and then it's a meal substitute. So you feel as satiated, as full, like having a meal. So look at this positioning, category based. So if you look at another example that I can give for this category based positioning is Dove soap. It is a soap, but however, it is a moisturizer, right? So so it is a category in itself. Okay, we are in the soap, but however, we are not so much of a soap, we are a moisturizer also. We are in the chocolate business, but however, we are chocolate, but with a meal substitute kind of a thing. So that is a category positioning. The next one is called the consumer based positioning. So if you look at consumer based positioning, look at this ad. This is a Horlicks ad, and look at this consumer. Um, this is nourishing you through pregnancy. So who is this consumer they are talking about? Expecting mothers. Okay, and they have said how your nutrition level goes up, and how your protein level goes up, and how you get full nutrition by having this Horlicks. Consumer based. Here the consumer is expecting mother. Look at the next consumer for Horlicks. This is another ad, and this is Junior Horlicks. It is for not for the growing kid, but this is for the babies. Generally we see 5 years plus. This is below. It is 1 year, 2 years they can start giving, and it is Junior Horlicks. Again, this is the consumer based. 2 we have seen. This is another. So this is not an expecting mother, but this is a woman who is 30 plus, 35 plus. Generally after 30, they say that the women need strong bones because of childbearing phase. The bone gets very weak. So I stand strong because my bones stand strong. So this is Horlicks, consumer based. What is this? Young adults. Women, young adults. Women, young adults. So 3 consumer based for the same product. One is expecting mother, and then baby, and then there is the young woman. There are other things. The new normal thing is Horlicks for growing children. Okay. So next example is competition based positioning. There are some products that are always competitor based. If you look at this, we are talking about Coke and Pepsi. Okay, competitive based positioning. So they are fighting against each other in the market through the ads. That is their positioning. Okay, next one is again competitive based positioning. Okay, so here they are not drinking, but Pepsi is. So another example for competitive based positioning from the Indian example is, this is a recent ad where Amul said that they are the ice cream, because the definition of an ice cream is you have to have milk in it, whereas the other one is frozen dessert. It is not an ice cream which has vegetable oil and not milk. So which is this other? They are talking about Walls. So like this competitive based, clearly they are pegging against the competitor, and they are advertising that their product is claims are perfect. If they by the definition of the word ice cream, they stand for it, whereas Walls doesn't stand for it. Okay, competitive based positioning. We have seen category based positioning, consumer based positioning, competition based positioning. Next we will go to the benefit based positioning. Okay, how products are based on the benefits that they give to the consumers. So if you see Saffola ads, from the time they were launched, this is there with them. Okay, it saves your heart. It is light on your heart. You will not get heart attack because of taking Saffola. All the other oils are bad, saturated fat. So this has been their positioning right from the time they had launched. What is this called? Benefit based positioning. Right? Benefit based positioning. So you have so many products like this, benefit based. Smooth skin, clear skin, okay, hair growth, depending on so many different product range, the benefits that they give is highlighted. Next, we would see another benefit based um, ad. So here they are, look at this, very different benefit. Enjoy GST benefits on your favored Ferrero Rocher. Okay, when GST was introduced. So generally it is product benefits that they talk about. Here they are talking about pricing benefits. No GST, enjoy your Ferrero Rocher. Right? Fine. So next we will go to price. This moment we say price, we only think of the ads for Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar takes full page ads on Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays, and it's filled with the prices of product which are slashed down and which are competitive compared to the market, and hence you come to Big Bazaar to buy. So this has been their marketing or positioning strategy for their advertising. Be very clear, huh? Positioning strategy for their advertising. That's what it is. It's one of the marketing strategies. Okay? So this has been their advertising position for a very long time. So if you look at another example, again, same by Big Bazaar. So this also is low priced product. Then we would go on to the next one, which is attribute based positioning. What is an attribute? An attribute is what the product has. Look at this attribute. Melts in your mouth and not in your hands. Yeah? So this is M&M and their competitor is Gem. Gems, the coloring they use is a little inferior, and so they are saying melts in your mouth and not in your hands. Attributes that the product has. Okay? And then you have another attribute. Look at this attribute. Real taste, 0 calories. Okay? So this is an attribute based positioning. Next, let us go to prestige based positioning. Most of the high-end cars, without batting an eyelid, you can say is for prestige based. Most of the high-end cars. Okay, prestige based positioning. If you look at this prestige based positioning, there are these Shobha housing, which always positions its products, its housing as prestige. There's another prestige-based positioning, all these ITC group of hotels, prestige-based positioning. They say live like a king, and so all these go about giving a hype about their product experience, and it is prestige-based. The next one is over-positioning. Over-positioning is a very done thing in India. Like, you say Jandu Balm, and then Jandu Balm cures everything. Right from, I don't know, all the aches and pains in the body. Over-claims, okay? Over-positioning is over-claim. Look at Rin. Because she used Rin, she's going to get a job. So it's extending the product benefits to too much of a thing that it is over-positioning. It doesn't appeal. It doesn't appeal to the critical size of the target audience. It's like, telling a huge lies and making people to believe it. So people will start laughing at the product. So you have these kind of positioning. It's called over-positioning. Okay, you claim too much from this product. Next, you have under-positioning. What is under-positioning is, please see this definition very clearly. Under-positioning is a failure to establish or communicate distinctly about a brand feature. Okay? Failure to establish a strong brand identity in terms of its competitors. In my opinion, all the cars are under-positioned. There is no distinct positioning for them, it's yet another car. If you see their ads, all of them drive in a road and then there is happy people smiling, but there is no different establishing a particular brand identity. Definitely not. Look at this. This is one car. To me, all look at this. So what kind of an ad is this? For which one is this? So even if you look at gold retail, I would say it is under positioning. Under positioning doesn't mean, please get this definition very clearly, failure to establish or communicate distinct brand identities. So all the ads look alike. You walk into a shop and it's filled of gold jewelry and you buy a gold. Whether it is Joy Lucas or whether it is Bima Jewelry or any one of those 10 different retail shops. So this is a typical under positioning where product USPs are not established very clearly. Okay. Next we will go to repositioning. Repositioning happens when there is a merger, acquisition, when there is a clear product variation, the brand is relaunched. So look at this Hutch to Vodafone. Hutch is now an Vodafone. It is a repositioning strategy. And look at this repositioning. Canara Bank was relaunched. This is the title, this is the brand logo before, and this is afterwards. Canara Bank, it's become more stylish. So this is repositioning. Repositioning is when there is a different identity to the product or to the brand. Right. So next we will go on to another concept called co-branding. Co-branding is using multiple brand names for of goods or services as a part of strategic alliance. Okay, so there is a strategic alliance between 2 or 3 different products. So Dell computers with Intel, Cinema Hall with Dolby, Inox and Dolby. Co-branding. Okay, they come together and then they look at this co-branding exercise. So look at this Inox, Dolby. See, there is a launch and Inox Theatre, Dolby, co-branding. Because the products are mutually synergetic to one another. Okay, and look at this co-branding. This is Dairy Milk and Oreo. Dairy Milk with Oreo. Co-branding. This is from the same company though. Fair enough. So this is another co-branding exercise. Inox and the popcorn. Right? So co-branding helps because both of them share the advertising cost. Next is the celebrity endorsement. In India, celebrity endorsement is like, for most of the celebrities, it is another way of making a career. Look at the celebrity brand value. Okay, this is the ranking. Virat Kohli, brand ranking 1. Look at this value, 170.9 million Indian rupees. Okay, so like this, Deepika Padukone, Akshay Kumar, Ranveer Singh, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan. Can you believe after all these decades, 4 decades, they are still earning their brand value so high. 2018, this statistics is. Amitabh Bachchan, I think for 6 decades he has been there. Alia Bhatt, Varun Dhawan, Hrithik Roshan. So this is the brand ranking. Last year, what they were, this is 17 ranking, this is 18th to 2018 ranking, and this is the money worth that they get only through endorsement. Not by acting in their movie or playing cricket, no, only by endorsing brands. This is the amount they earn. So this is about celebrity endorsement. And look at some of the, you have seen most of the ads that are there, celebrity endorsement. I'm just showing a couple of them. You have always, Lux has always been celebrity based. Now Pepsi, Sport Fee. So these are current campaigns that are coming in. And this is celebrity endorsement value 2014. 14 Dhoni was there. So now he's not there. The others, Priyanka Chopra also was there. Anushka Sharma was there. So like that. This is for advertising revenue. Only for themselves through endorsing for ads. So that is as far as celebrity endorsement is concerned. Then we will see what is licensing. Licensing is when a particular brand is getting money by making other sets of products. For example, the brand gives the permission to a company to produce and market a set of products. Okay. After agreement, the licensee will be able to access trademarks. Okay. Disney earns the maximum money through licensing. That is, they give permission for a particular product, either in chocolates or in t-shirts or in shoes, to make use of their logo. And people, children go and say, I want only Disney socks. I want only Disney chocolates, right? So look at, they have humongous number of items, okay? They are Cinderella, Donald Duck, everything is up for licensing. So if you look at, they have a very interesting offer. Okay, what is the offer? There are figures or characters for licensing only toys. There are certain other set of characters only for fashions, other set for homes, okay, for stationaries, for food. So like this, they divide, and then Pokemon and all are more for stationaries, fashions. Mickey, Donald are all more for babies' clothes and like that. Okay, so they earn a lot of money through licensing. So these are all the aspects about positioning. What is positioning? What are the various ways in which you can position a product? What is repositioning? What is co-branding? What is brand licensing? What is celebrity endorsement? And finally, we see what is the guidelines for positioning. What are the step-by-step procedures that you would do if you would have to position a product? Define and communicate the competitive framework. Okay, so you just mention who are all the various competitors. If you are Surf, then you say who are all the competitors from within the company and from outside the company. Choose the point of difference, point of parity. Which is the closest product to you and which is the furthest product to you. I think we had taken some examples about this. For Dow, the closest would be, I don't know which other product promises soft skin. Yeah, maybe Pierce. The closest would be Pierce for Dow. So choosing point of parity. Point of difference is the furthest is probably life point, germ killing. Okay, why you need this point of parity and point of um, differences? Because only when you graph it in point of parity, point of grid, you will know who are the competitors and what positioning they are following and how you have to differentiate from them. Clear? Right. So then you say, what is the straddled position? Which position you want to choose? Updating positioning over time. You cannot just have one positioning all the time. Certain products can remain with it forever. Like for Lux has remained with the same positioning forever from the time they are there. Similarly, Maggi noodles has not changed their positioning all the time. It's in between meal, snack, which can be quickly prepared for children. It has not changed. But certain products would want a change based on time, especially technological based product. Positioning will have to keep changing very often. Developing a good positioning story. Once you have, David Ogilvy says, once you have got a good positioning, just sit on it. Okay, and he gives so many examples of good products which have found a good positioning and has never changed for 4-5 decades and have been very successful. In India, I told you some of the best success stories for positioning, I would say, is it would be this Amul. Okay, India positioning, Indian product. Number 2, Lux, product for beauty, endorsed by all, cinema, Bollywood, because Bollywood is a huge attraction in India. And number 3, Maggie, has never changed. So these are kind of Taste the Thunder. Even after 2 decades, people still remember Thumbs Up. Okay, so these kind of positioning have remained. So once you develop a good positioning, stay with it, right? So we have seen various aspects. So the probable question from here would be, what are the various kinds of positioning? Give example. Or for 2 marks, 3 marks, 3 marks question, you might have what is repositioning, what is co-branding. It's pretty easy. Okay, and this positioning guidelines can also be another big 10-mark question. So this is the entire fourth module. Okay, so thank you very much for listening, and I would send a set of question bank for this module, and all the very best.